Hello friends, how are you doing? I asked you, what does pride mean to you? As someone who is known of pride but hasn't participated before this year, I asked my community, you guys, what pride meant for you, what you think of pride, what you think when you hear the word pride. The specific question I asked what does pride mean to you? Let me go through the comments here, alright? To look at all the hatred, all the constant opposition and denial, and to scoff at it. I agree, let's do that. To ignore the core of bigotry and to instead live your life, your authentic self, to remember to all those who fought to get us to this point and to mourn all those who didn't make it. Be who you truly are. Yes, you know what? I 100% agree with that. No surprises here. I think it's also the most upvoted one. I'm not sure if YouTube sorts them after the most upvoted ones. I always liked Pride, and I like in general, like, how do you call it? Parades. And is it a parade? Is it a parade? Is it a protest? I think it started as a protest. Nowadays it might be more of a parade. And because of like how many companies try to sell you stuff as well. And that's not the important part, obviously. The important part is self-expression. I'm kind of new to it myself. Having come to terms of being aromantic this last year and currently figuring stuff out, I don't get too much into communities often, which probably makes my view of pride pretty individual. The next person talks about being more me than I was before. And honestly, I 100% agree. After I finally figured out myself that I was trans, I felt so good. Like it's like something, like some hidden invisible act that I had to act like a man, that I had to cosplay, that I had to fulfill that role, fell away. And it was just like, I'm going to be myself. It doesn't matter what other people think anymore. I'm going to be truly myself. And it doesn't matter. There are other people like me. There are other people that feel like me. So yes, I am more of myself now. I share in the experience of this person. It means to be happy with who you are. Everybody is valid, 100%, no matter what identity they have. It's a community of people who want to help others who are going through similar things. Yes, honestly, seeing you guys commenting under the videos, commenting under the posts, it's so reassuring. It's so lovely. Of course, you know that there is probably not a single opinion or a single way to feel in this world where you're the only person. But it's still very reassuring if you have these people around you, if you can talk with people, if you can see them, if you can see like the little profile pictures, the little names, the little like comments that they write. You are all little thought gremlins that live in my brain, and I love you for it. So the next person talks about being ace. And full disclosure, I am not ace. I do not know how ace/arrow people, how they say it, feel. But they talk about an experience where they were at a party and rainbow tape was apparently used to mark glasses and write the names on it, and their glass was not didn't have like rainbow tape on it, and they had to justify to cis people why and who they are. You know what? It's shitty. It is 100% shitty. I get that. Maybe not the best analogy? Analogy? Is that a word? I'm gonna go with analogy. Probably not the best analogy, but it's the same thing where if you're out with people and you say you don't drink alcohol, you can't just be, no, I don't drink alcohol. People do not accept that. The acceptable way is to say you either have to have an excuse, right? Oh, I'm recovering alcoholic, I don't drink alcohol, or I don't drink alcohol for religious reasons. Then nobody will ask. But if you just say, I don't like alcohol, I don't drink that, people do not accept it because the white majority of people do drink alcohol, right? And I'm kind of feeling like it might be, in a sense, a similar kind of experience where this person is experiencing something. They're just saying like, yeah, I'm feeling like that. And then when people are like, have you tried it though? Have you tried it though? And that sucks. It always sucks when people just don't take you at face value. Honestly, this comment, I love it. I'm still horribly closeted, but for me, I guess it's that feeling you get while singing alone and feeling super hot and taking it public. It's a bit vague, but yeah. You know what? It's not vague enough. It's like you are your most authentic self when you are at home. Maybe even you are at home and you have to be in the shower to be like even more quote unquote secured, even if no other people are at home. There you find yourself most beautiful. You sing, you're having fun because nobody can see you, nobody can hear you. So you are truly yourself. And now with Pride, you just take it onto the streets and show people. Scary thing, but it makes it way easier that you have other people to share that with. The next person talks about not being really able or wanting to say that they are part of a group, and talking about a band as well. I get that, right? You don't have to label yourself. You don't have to say you're part of a community, of a group or something. You can just go to a pride parade or an event as a person and enjoy it, right? Of course, it's always like how people perceive you. If you go to a band of, I don't know, a K-pop band, then people will see you and think you're a K-pop band. Maybe you're just there to support a friend, but that is how people will see you. Even if you're just, quote unquote, only an ally and you go to a pride event, people might still label you a specific way because that is how people are. That's sadly how the brains of most people work. It is just easier for human beings to label people and compartmentalize them. Oh, I can't even speak English anymore at this point. I'm so sorry. But yeah, it takes energy. It really does to have more thoughts about situations than just the first thing that goes into your mind. To be myself while living in one of the most dangerous states for trans people in the US. I'm so sorry to hear that. And do stay safe. I know that for some people, it is only safe to really transition or come out once they've moved. And that's horrible. I hate that for everybody who has to go through it. It shouldn't be the case. And sadly, it still is. I'm just hoping that in the next 5, 10, 15 years, this just goes away. And currently, yes, we are living in a weird time. For me, it means accepting myself for who I am, regardless of the opinion of those who would judge you for it. Exactly. I interpret pride as not just meaning appreciating yourself, but sticking together like a lion pride. That is beautiful. Also, I did not know that a group of lions was called a lion pride before this. We are sticking together like a lion pride, and I'm a lion girl. Alright, XD! I am as well. XD! Maybe I'm also toad, but who knows? Egg! Me, pride is to overcome your hardest challenges, to not think about others' opinions about you, but to think about your own happiness. Is to be happy about who you are and what you have overcome and how far you've come in your journey. Yes, you should never compare yourself with other people, because as someone famous probably said, comparison is the thief of joy. Only compare yourself to your past self and how you have improved. It means that everybody is able to express themselves and is accepted in doing so. Went to my first Pride in Lund in Sweden, and it felt so liberating. I come from a small German town in the most abandoned part of the country. Having long hair and wearing pink stuff as a guy is basically a sin, and don't even mention being gay and taking care of your body. It's so crazy to me. I know that these places still exist, right? Even here in Germany, probably in like most countries in the world. It's still horrifying and horrible every time you hear about it. Be your true self. It means chicken nuggets to everybody who is supportive of it if they want them. It also means the definition of me. Ah, dude, where's my chicken nuggets? And then we just have gay. And you know what? Yes, gay. I mean, some are, not all. Some are. I am. Maybe. Egg. I think it's nice to have words and titles to describe how you feel. Makes things a lot more comfortable. Yes, little thing about me. I actually prefer labels. I will not use labels for other people if they don't like them, but I use labels for myself and I love using labels for myself, okay? I'm a girl, I'm a woman, I'm a trans woman. I love being able to call myself that. It gives me reassurance in who I am. And also, even going away from gender, from that, being able to label myself as ADHD, it explains so much about my life before I knew it. It was literally, I just thought I was weird and I couldn't get my shit together. But now I have like these labels to help myself to go through this world. So for me personally, I like labels for myself. It's basically, imagine you're watching a YouTube video, right? And it has like little hashtags under there, or you watch like a TikTok video and it has like little hashtags. I go through my life and I have my own hashtags. Yes. It's a declaration of our continuing survival, a cry out into this effed up world that is saying we refuse to be erased. This year will be my first Pride, and as bigotry rises all over the world, it is a statement that we will not hide who we are. That is good. We will not, repeat, not be dragged backwards and hide who we are and who we love. I'm in a place where some politicians are trying to stir up the American-style culture wars and have to stand up to this. Be pride, be open, be you. I agree. And a lot of transphobia, a lot of things actually seem to come out of American culture. That is just because like America is like still so big in the globalized world. And it has brought many good things, right? I'm not gonna lie, but it seems that many of those like hateful things do stem from there, and they are more and more and more sipping, you know what I mean, going into other countries as well, doing what makes me happy, doing what keeps me from wanting to unalive myself. Many people feel that way. You're not alone in that. Instead of doing what satisfies expectation placed on me by others that I had never any say to begin with. Honestly, people are free to have any expectations about you. I probably have an expectation about people, but you are under no obligation to follow these expectations. People need to adjust their expectations once they learn how you really feel. Proud to be yourself, proud to be in a community. Yes, hi, you are in my community. How you doing? Comfort and being your true self. Inclusion and positivity. A time to be thankful for how far we've come, but that we have to keep pushing on against bigots. There, there have always been LGBTQI plus people, and there always will be. True and real. Acceptance and authenticity. Authenticity? Authenticity? Oh my god, my English is dying. My whole voice is dying, really. A celebration of, despite all the complications, hatred, controversies, we are still here and we aren't going away anytime soon. I think it just means to be your true self. Yep. I don't know, but I like dudes and I feel like a girl at times, and I'm okay with that. You know what? Your feelings are valid. You may feel however you want to feel, and there's no one else's business to tell you how to feel. To kiss girls and be myself. Yo, I want to kiss girls as well, though. Last year, I promised myself that by the time this year's Pride Month comes, I will be completely out of the closet. As time went by and Pride Month has gotten closer, it started to feel like my goal might be unreachable. In a few days, I will go to a Pride parade, the first one where I truly am out. I'm planning to dye my hair in the colors of the lesbian flag and celebrate there. This is what the Pride Month means to me, finally being myself, around people who know who I am, and also around people who you can be safe around. Survival and shared community in the face of a society that would rather we not exist. You see, I don't think society as a whole feels that way. Sadly, it is a loud minority that makes it seem that way. In my opinion, pride would be the courage in certain social backgrounds where, well, being trans or gay may have repercussions of it being accepted as being you. So, a freedom to be you despite a large sect of society which would outcast you if they had a chance. Again, I don't feel it's a large sect of society. Also, sadly, a legit movement growing, too owned by capitalism. That is happening in the last few years, yes. To me, Pride Month and being either an ally or a part of the LGBTQ community means that freedom of just being yourself, no matter who you are, who you're in love with, and how you identify yourself. Show or try to be who you want to be. Thank you so much to listening to me read out some of the nice posts from my community, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.